Welcome to the Inside Games Roundup, the only gaming show brave enough to actually record before Summer Game Fest when we're going to be drinking a bunch of alcohol. And so I think it'll be okay. I think we're going to be all right. But right now we're completely sober. We're going to talk about Xbox exclusives in this show.
Yeah, or the lack thereof. They're trying to scare some up and running into some problems. So we'll see what that's all about. Speaking of problems, Subnautica 2 is maybe finally clear of theirs. They're promising some new content. And hey, speaking of things to spend money on, we're finally going to get that Steam Machine and Steam Frame we heard about this summer. But there's one game that I think one member of the Inside Games news team would be the most excited about. A particular JRPG with an incremental number on the back. Now, which one might that be?
Dragon Quest 12. No way, Persona.
No,
Persona,
dude.
Persona.
No,
Okay.
Persona, Brian. Come on, Persona.
Reset the counter.
Start us off, Brian.
All right, first up, let's talk about Xbox and exclusives. Now, we have gotten used to Microsoft games coming to multiple platforms over the last few years, but new Xbox CEO Asha Sharma says they are taking a hard look at their exclusivity strategy. Basically, it sounds like Phil got it all wrong and Asha wants to do it completely different. So this comes from a Bloomberg Live event. Sharma said Xbox is trying to balance basically two competing goals. Microsoft wants its games to reach the largest possible audience, but they also want Xbox hardware and services to offer something unique.
Sure, we want it all. Sharma said, quote, "We're the number 2 publisher in the world. In order to be a great publisher, you must have your games reach large audiences to play. At the same time, we're increasingly becoming a platform. And in order to become a platform, you must have exclusive content and services." So the comments come as there's been debate about Microsoft's decision to bring more first-party games to PlayStation 5 and Switch 2.
Yeah, that was, of course, the philosophy under previous Xbox boss Phil Spencer, but it seems like Sharma might feel the opposite, or is at least questioning it. I don't know. She's doing that executive thing where she's stating the state of things as though that's a decision. And no, you're just kind of like saying what is. But still, you got to know what is to decide what to do.
Yeah. At the same time, there was another story this week that highlighted a different issue facing the Xbox ecosystem. Developers are saying, in particular, the Series S can make releases more difficult.
We've been hearing this for years. Moon Studios, the developer behind No Rest for the Wicked, announced that the game's full 1.0 release will launch on PS5 and PC in October of 2026, while Xbox Series X and S and Switch 2 versions still don't have release dates.
When asked why the Xbox version wouldn't launch alongside the PS5 release, game director Thomas Mailer pointed to Microsoft's lower-powered console. He said, "Series S is making that rough. We'll ship it after in a good way once it's optimized like crazy for Switch 2 and Xbox."
Mahler also joked that the Series S and mobile hardware specs, quote, aren't too far apart at this point. I don't know if that's a joke, really.
I don't think it is. Meanwhile, Asha Sharma, who recently marked her first 100 days as Xbox CEO, says she's doing a great job. The company, she said, has reversed an 8-month decline in Game Pass subscriptions and is working to revive the Xbox brand.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that lowering price will do that, so good job. She said, quote, "We've done so much to start to revive Xbox. We've shipped more in the last 100 days than we have in the last year." In terms of games? Maybe?
I don't know.
That doesn't sound right, but
yeah.
Hey, if she's saying it, it's got to be true, right? The CEOs usually know what they're talking about. Yeah, this stuff's. It's funny because when I saw this, I was like, "Come on!" I looked at it, but it is deck verified. No Rest for the Wicked. So I was like, if it can run on a deck, it can run on a Series S. But everybody in the Reddit thread that I found when it got deck verified was like, it's deck verified, but it runs like ass. So. Yeah, I don't know like what kind of frame rate minimum or whatever Xbox might need for Series S to certify. It might be 30 because it runs well under that on a Steam Deck. But still, I think the dichotomy is a bit odd. I guess it's because Steam Deck doesn't enforce parity and doesn't its existence doesn't exclude games from anything else. But still, there's clearly a huge demand for games that are heavily there's a huge demand for games that run really well on dated hardware. And I think the more expensive modern hardware gets, the more important that's going to be.
Also really interesting to hear Asha Sharma talk about exclusives while PlayStation 5 is pulling video games away from multi-platform. So they are now going back into their holes. And I don't necessarily know that that's the right move with PlayStation 5 shooting themselves in the foot over and over and over right now. It's so I not that I can change what she's going to do, but Sony's fucking up. So Xbox goes, yeah, you know what? The games are everywhere. And also, we've lowered prices. And also, our hardware is going to be the same price for the next 5 years or whatever. And then they may actually have a chance at competing barely with Sony.
It also feels like, I don't know if she's blaming Phil, but it does feel like we're trying to pivot away from what Phil's vision was of making them available everywhere. And it's kind of like, all right, I'm gonna blame you, it's gonna work great, and eventually I think it's gonna be her baby. But I think right now she's kind of trying to show like, hey, we're taking this in a different direction. We haven't won a console generation maybe ever, so we're gonna, I don't know, try to just goose sales.
Yeah, I wonder if we're just on the metronome of executive decision making, where you spend too long at one side and then all the executives are like, wait, we could make more money doing that other thing. And then it sloshes back the other way. A company spends 10 years trying to make money that way. They think, what if we do this other thing? And then you generally have like a rotation of executive leadership, a new class that wants to make a name for themselves and declare a bold new direction. And this seems like a pretty easy way to do that. Well, easy, it's probably not, but it's a decision you can make that seems pretty authoritative. So I just wonder if that's where we're going to be at. It reminds me of like, this is something Stephanie, my partner, pointed out. Disney and their relationship to video games. It's like every 10 years they decide they want to go in and then they pull out. And then they go in again and then they pull out. And I'm describing this very sexually, but yeah, it's just usually it's like there's like a sea change of executive leaderships. They all want to seem like they're putting a fresh stamp on the business. And so a bunch of decisions get reverted at every 5 or 10 years.
All right, next up, Valve says the Steam Machine and the Steam Frame VR headset still on track to launch this summer, so that's good news.
At $2,500 a piece. No, I don't know. I'm kidding. The company confirmed the release window while expanding its verified program to include both devices. Valve said Thursday, quote, today we are expanding the verified program to include Steam Machine and Steam Frame, both of which are shipping this summer.
Ooh, it's exciting. Has summer even officially started yet?
June 21st.
Like 20,
We're not
15
even
days.
there yet. Okay, so we got 3 months with a little change. That's exciting. Valve said that games that already run well on Steam Deck should work on Steam Machine with little or no extra effort from developers. Valve previously said rising component costs had delayed pricing and release details. So I guess we have a release window now, still no price, and that's anxiety-inducing.
The Steam Machine was originally announced with a broad 2026 launch window, and while pricing remains unconfirmed, it once was estimated to cost around $700 based on its components. I don't know if it will cost that much anymore.
Well, bad news. Memory prices have surged worldwide for the past, I want to say, 6 months to a year. And everything else is also going up. Now that AI data centers are apparently buying up every single thing, whatever. Regardless, the Steam Machine is going to be more than $700, I think.
Yeah, it's real scary. Also, Valve's not making a ton of these, so I imagine they want at least a decent margin on each one because they're not going to have super high volumes, I assume. So yeah, that's rough. If that means the production cost is like now maybe $900, $950. Yeah, that means the retail is going to be over $1,000 easy. Oh, that's bad. Oh, Bruce. Oh, Brian, it makes my stomach turn.
Ooh.
That's really, really bad. Yeah, we're all fucked, guys. It's going to be like $1,200.
That's so much for a console. Yeah. Ugh. All right, let's talk about Subnautica 2. Its early access launch going very well for developer Unknown Worlds, with the studio revealing that 4 million players have already played the underwater survival game. Now they're sharing a closer look at what is coming next.
Yay! In a new developer video, design lead Anthony Gallegos said the studio is, quote, already hard at work on a number of updates, including new early game biomod options, additional passive slots, improvements to Rex, and changes designed to make parasite aggression during blight encounters easier to understand. You don't know what any of that means if you haven't played Subnautica, but if you have, that's good.
I also like how the changes are just to make the aggression easier to understand. They're not going to change the aggression at all. They're not giving you anything to deal with it. You'll just understand why all these angry fish want to eat you all the time. Yeah.
I don't want to understand these parasites. I want to kill them.
Not allowed. Not in Subnautica. This is a hand-holding game. Yeah, co-op players are also getting some new features, which is really good, including Proc's voice chat. character customization options, and this is very important, emotes.
Meanwhile, Unknown Worlds is also working on Subnautica 2's first major content update that will add a new region that serves as home of the Collector Leviathan, along with new creatures, resources, and story content.
Yeah, it'll also introduce a new chassis, which Gallegos described as one of the most requested player experiences. Would that be the mech? I wonder if they're throwing in the mech finally.
He said get ready to stomp, so...
Oh, yeah. That's totally what it is. The studio also hopes to add future content to existing save files so players won't need to start over whenever major updates arrive. Oh, that's awesome. That is so great.
That's necessary. Oh my gosh. And as far as the tone of the first big update, Gallegos had a warning for players. Quote, "I really think it's going to be the scariest the game has been yet." Ooh, no release dates yet for the updates, but boy, do they sound tantalizing.
Man, they deserve that bonus. That's all I have to say. I'm glad they got it. They're earning that. So let's talk about rumors about Persona 6. They are heating up after a series of alleged leaks were hit with a takedown notice, and it was believed to be issued by Sega.
The leaked images, which first surfaced on social media, reportedly showed character artwork and a logo featuring a green P6 inside of a circle. Yay!
We never saw it coming, did we? According to fan site Persona Central, the images were said to have originated from an outsourced animation team and were later verified as legitimate by several well-known Persona leakers.
But Sega was not having it. This week, multiple versions of the images began disappearing from social media, and they were replaced with the dreaded copyright notices.
Sure. Ex-user DK Mario Link wrote Thursday, got a DMCA takedown request by Sega. Not posting it again, but if you know, you know. That, of course, has led to speculation that Persona 6 could be announced soon, maybe even today, with Summer Game Fest happening, and of course the Xbox Games Showcase on Sunday. So maybe we'll get it in this weekend.
Yeah, like by the time you watch this, it's like, yeah, we know they announced it already. So this might be dated.
I know, yeah, it's true.
All right, let's do a 5-second review. Okay, I tried Subnautica 2. I have always been averse to water games because I think I PTSD still from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on NES, that water level where you have to defuse the dynamite. I hate them. They always feel floaty to me, which, yeah, you're in the water. You're gonna float. I don't like the movement in water, but I really like Subnautica 2. For a water hater like me, it's great. I can't wait. I can't wait for the new updates. It's so much fun.
And now normally Inside Games is on your side, but not this week. I forgot because I was so excited for Summer Game Fest. I can't shout out Marathon is free right now. They're doing their free week. So check it out. Oh. They don't have a PvE mode yet, but they do have kind of a PvP light mode. But yeah, try it out. Get your ass kicked. Listen to the music. It's great.
All right, let's move on to the games coming up for this week. First up, Solar Punk. It's a survival game in a technically advanced world of floating islands. Alone or together with your friends, you can construct buildings, grow food, craft gadgets, and hop on your airship to explore distant islands in the sky. Comes to PS5, Xbox Series, Twitch 2, and PC on June 8th.
NBA The Run is a fast-paced online 3v3 street basketball game played above the rim and packed with posterizing moments, ankle-breaking tricks, and a unique signature style. Take your favorite NBA stars to iconic street ball courts around the world and stack wins, earn creds, and become the GOAT of the run. It comes to the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and the PC June 9th.
I'm really excited for that one. Finally, we have wacky sports games coming back. I love it. A World of Feeling. Next up, we got Voidling Bound. Hatch, evolve, and upgrade powerful space creatures in this action-packed sci-fi third-person shooter that reinvents the monster taming genre. Voidling Bound comes to PC on June 9th.
Up next is Crushed in Time. Embark on an adventure with Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson on this surprising and elastic point-and-click game. Grab, pull, and release to help them solve a bizarre investigation full of humor and meta time travel. Comes to PC June 10th.
Stellar Interface. Run through the universe in this roguelike-ish space shooter. Discover the numerous perks and consumables and their synergistic effects. Explore the randomly generated galaxy to find merchants, unlock spacecrafts, collect cartridges, and checkmark your kills of the various galactic overlords. Comes to Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Switch, and the PC June 10th.
Next is Bistro. In this charming fusion of fantasy adventure, not all heroes wield swords. Some prefer the spoon. And sometimes to save the world, you've got to start with a really good meal. Bistro comes to PC on June 11th.
Up next is the Tabletop Tavern. This is a roguelike RTS where you build an army from scratch and command them across a brutal campaign. Recruit diverse units, create devastating synergies, and make tactical choices that shape the fate of every run. It comes to PC June 11th.
And last, but certainly not least, Goblin Company. Dig, build rails, and survive underground as a goblin miner for WAG Mining Incorporated. Light your path or the darkness will drain your life. Explore fully destructible biomes, fight hostile creatures, and hunt the legendary giant crystal. Solo or online co-op. Comes to PC June 12th.
Well, thank you all for watching Inside Games Roundup. We really love doing the show. We love that people choose to watch it, so thank you for doing that. And shout outs to all our Patreons. We have a lot of patrons that support the show. We tack them onto the Roundup with a little choice music from our editor, Shooklin. So we appreciate you all. And now Bruce and I are going to go sacrifice our livers in tribute to Jeff Keighley and all of his mountain of games. So we'll see you around the internet. Hopefully we'll still be upright in a few hours. Thanks for watching. See you next week, everybody.